just to break it down for our viewers in terms of why Mahe is an important achievement. Please tell us, and what does it bring to the table?
Well, namaskar to all your viewers, and thank you, Kartikeya, for getting me on your program. It's been a long time. There are two, three important things apart from the operational part, which I'll come to a little later. It has been designed by a shipyard, which is not a defense shipyard. Cochin shipyard is a civil shipyard, though they have made the aircraft carrier, but aircraft carrier is not a very weapon platform. Second thing is that there are a large number of private industries are involved in building this, this ship. Uh, you have the L&T Defense, Mahindra Defense, NPOL, which is the DRDO, and there are more small 20 the medium and small manufacturing enterprises who are involved in this, apart from the Cochin shipyard, which is designed and built it. Now, why it is important, Kartikeya? Because we had a very demanding task of having something in the shallow water, because the enemy submarines tend to lurk in shallow water and sit outside harbors, and they wait for your warships to come out, and when they come out, they tend to sort of attack the warships, and it is very vulnerable. All our bigger ships, the ASW ships, the draft is quite a lot. Draft meaning the depth of the ship below the water level, and therefore they can't come that close to the coastline. So there was a need for making these shallow water craft. They are very light. They are just about 1100 tons. And all the weapon system that you mentioned is absolutely true. Majority of them are very much indigenous. The sonar has been designed by our own scientists. We already had Humvat, one of the world's most advanced sonar that we operate for a long time, designed by our own naval officer. He was a commander. Now, of course, he's a professor emeritus in the Stanford University. Now, the miniature version has been put here, and also out of the same sonar, they have made a towed array, meaning that the sonar will be actually towed behind, so that it is not getting impeded by the shallow depth of water. So what it will do is, while it is patrolling in the areas, likely submarine areas in the shallow water, it will find out where the submarine is,
Okay.
capable of attacking it by our own torpedo and also the mines.
Okay, let me ask a question like a defense buff. So, what
Yeah.
makes shallow water anti-submarine operation different from deep sea anti-submarine operation?
Yeah, quite a lot. Because in deep sea, once the sonar transmission takes place, it does not hit the bottom for quite some time because of the depth. And if there is a submarine hiding below in a deeper water, the chances of it getting caught are much higher. Whereas in shallow water, the transmission which takes place, it gets deflected by the sea surface pretty early in its travel towards the bottom of the sea, and therefore the it is quite possible that in the slant range of the travel of these waves, you will not find the submarine if you are using a bigger ships. Yeah, because the point is that your transmission should be in such that before it hits the bottom, it should actually touch the submarine and send you an echo back, so that you know that yes, this is a submarine contact, which cannot be done by the challenge of the bigger ships is that it cannot come so close, and when it transmits, it tends to go little very high speed, hits the bottom and comes and reflects back.
Okay.
So that's the advantage of a shallow watercraft.
So, how has naval warfare changed with the drone technologies, drone torpedoes, drone submarines, and where does Mahe come in that context?
Well, first of all, the first question, drones have really changed they don't change the nature of warfare. I mean, nature of warfare does not change. I mean, it has to hit your enemy ship or submarine. I mean, that remains the major sense. But what happens now with the drone, it can be picked up, but they tend to be slightly smaller than the actual submarine or the actual ship, because of propulsion, because of the size, because of the control systems, number one. The second thing is that these are the ones who are little more difficult to detect because of their size. And secondly, they are actually controlled from ashore, number one, or it is autonomous. So they can really fool around with the ships by having a large number of deviations in their courses, which the normal ships don't tend to do that much. So this is a little bit of difficult situation. Torpedo decoy, yes, it gives you a false sense that the actual torpedo is coming, and you may start just hunting, and you may start heading for that torpedo or maybe avoiding that torpedo, whereas the actual torpedo is coming later and it hits you. So it is it's a cat and mouse game really. At sea, anti-submarine warfare is completely cat and mouse game.